Oh, one more. Hi, Brian.
You're late.
It's cool.
8 minutes late.
It's cool. Just started. Okay, so we're going to take a quick little quiz. Okay. We're going to do it together, though. Okay?
What did I miss, guys?
Nothing. I literally just started.
Everything.
Okay.
She did her homework for us.
Yep. Class is over. Thanks for coming. Bye.
Let me just click leave real quick.
All right. Where is the play set? In and around Genoa, London, Athens, or Verona?
London.
Athens. Hey, what are we talking about?
Where is
London
the play
Athens.
set?
Oh, I don't know.
It's London, Athens, or Genoa. I just don't remember.
Athens.
Athens. Because remember, Theseus is like a demigod.
Yeah.
What is Theseus planning as the play opens? His wedding to Titania, wedding to Helena, wedding to Hermia, or wedding to Hippolyta?
Helena? Wedding to Hippolyta, I think.
Hippolyta.
I don't even know.
Well, I guess it's a good thing we're reviewing. Why has Aegeus come to see Theseus?
His daughter.
Because Hermia won't marry that dude.
She won't marry what's your name? He wants her to marry Demetrius.
Demetrius. So his daughter won't marry the man he wants to marry. Yes. What phrase from scene 1 emphasizes the theme of love's difficulty? Lord, what fools these mortals be. I've had a most rare vision. The course of true love never did run smooth, or I love what has happened to me.
Number 3.
The course of true love never runs smooth.
Yes.
Easiest one in life.
What does Lysander propose to Hermia? That they have a double wedding with Helena and Demetrius, that they run away to the home of Lysander's aunt. They ask for fairies to help. They join a band of fairies who live in the woods.
They run away.
Yeah. Good. Okay. We're going to do a quick quiz for scene 2. Why has a group of laborers gathered at Peter Quince's house? They're discussing the food to be served at the wedding. They're discussing repairs that need to be made. They're writing and rehearsing songs. They're rehearsing a play that the men hope to perform at the wedding.
Oh, that one.
Yes. Why does Quince have trouble conducting the meeting? Because he's fallen in love with Theseus's fiancée, because Bottom keeps interrupting him, because he can't remember why the men have gathered, because he thinks it's a bad idea for the men to perform. Bottom keeps interrupting. What is the name of the play to be performed? The Most Lamentable Comedy and Most Cruel Death of Pyramus and Thisbe. The Most Lamentable Comedy and Most Cruel Death of Lysander and Hermia. A Midsummer Night's Dream.
That one.
The Twisted Tale and Lamentable Woes of Athenian Lovers.
A Midnight Summer.
That's the main play. This question is asking about the play that like Peter and Bottom and stuff are going to perform at the wedding.
The Twisted
Tale.
The first one.
And
actually, no, it's the first one.
What did you say?
It's the first one.
The first one. It's the Pyramus and Thisbe.
Yeah, I said that.
How does Quince convince Bottom to play Pyramus? By appealing to Bottom's vanity, by appealing to Bottom's love of wine, by appealing to Bottom's sense of humor, or appealing to Bottom's reason?
The wine.
Reason?
I don't know. I think this is different.
Because he said, I'm the most capable to play this role or something like that. So, maybe.
I think it's his vanity. Right? It says it's his vanity. So we can look back at that in just a second. at the actual like verbiage of the play. Why are the laborers worried? They're worried the audience won't find the play amusing. They're worried no one will pay attention to the performance. They're worried the lion will upset the ladies in attendance. They're worried that they haven't been invited to Theseus's wedding.
Ladies.
This one?
Wedding.
This one.
It's
The wedding.
that one or that one. It's out of those two.
I actually don't know. Okay, let's look at Act 2, Scene 1. Or Scene 2, I mean. And I'll go towards the end of it. Page 5.
Yo, is someone eating chips, bro?
Nah, G.
Marsha, are you sure that ain't you?
Nah, I'm not eating chips.
For the first time, it's not me eating in class.
Oh, here's where Peter Quince talks to Bottom about his vanity. You can't play any part except Pyramus, because Pyramus is a good-looking man, the most handsome man that you could find on a summer's day, a lovely, gentlemanly man. So you're the only one who could play Pyramus. And I guess I'm not sure what they're worried about. This whole scene is them talking about who's gonna play who. I don't know, guys. Let's see what it says. What just happened? Where's my little quiz? Okay, so what did you guys guess? The lion one?
Yeah, I guess that one.
Apparently that's
Yeah,
the
sure you did.
I'm always right. Yup,
Okay.
I'm always right.
All right, cool. So that was a little review of Act 1. So now
That was hard because I had no idea what just happened.
So oh my god. Cycling back to thank you, ma'am. We talked about indirect characterization for Luella. I think we wrote something different, but this is what 6th grade wrote, and I deleted yours earlier, so sorry. But we wrote something in this first one, and then you guys were gonna do the second one, correct?
What's that mean? You favor 6th grade over us?
Oh, no. I just didn't want them to have the answers. I wanted them to come up with something themselves.
Okay.
So like here, I'm gonna delete what 6th grade put for this one. Okay, let's talk about Roger, the little boy, and thank you, ma'am. What is some characterization that you could attribute to Roger?
Nice.
Okay, why do you think he's nice?
I don't have a clue.
Oh, well then maybe we don't pick that one yet.
A fibber?
What?
A fibber?
How do you know he was fibbing?
I don't know, just said it in the book.
No. He told the truth, like why he was trying to steal her purse.
A liar, a thief, a criminal.
A liar is a fibber, Marshawn.
Leave it alone.
Okay. Was Roger like a bad person or did he do a bad thing?
He did a
He
bad
did a
thing,
bad
but
thing.
he had good intentions.
He did a bad thing.
Allergies, friends.
It doesn't make him a bad person, but he did a bad thing.
He did do a bad thing, or he tried to. But after all that happened, like, how did he react to Mrs. Jones?
Respectful.
He did.
Kind
The
of.
whole time he was respectful. So what if we use that? I mean,
He was respectful.
how did he talk to her?
He was only respectful because he was scared.
So we could say that. But okay, true, that could be a reason, but is everyone respectful when they're scared?
No.
No.
No,
Yeah.
but he chose to be. And what kinds of things did he do that showed respect?
He didn't run away when she like.
Once she turned her back on him.
And how does that show respect?
I don't know.
How did he address her when she would like ask him questions? Was he just like, no, F you?
I think he said
No.
he was saying mom, ma'am, ma'am,
Ma'am.
ma'am,
He kept saying ma'am.
ma'am, mom.
So if you're
He has manners.
right, he was respectful. So I'm gonna add to this. He addressed her as ma'am. Which then we can say over here, the way he spoke to her and behaved suggests that he is respectful of her. Because you're not going to go up to somebody and say ma'am or sir if you don't respect them.
I do. Sometimes.
Right. Well, like, is there someone on the planet, Marshawn, that you don't have a lot of respect for?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
I
when you
definitely
address
do.
them, do you say like no ma'am or no sir?
No, because
I just walk away.
But like your mom.
Oh yeah, if I do that, it's not gonna go so well.
I say that sometimes.
Your mom, if you're like getting in trouble, yes ma'am, no ma'am.
Nope.
I've heard you.
Nope.
So you show respect. Okay, so you guys can do the other one for Roger. So then we talked about the type of character, static versus dynamic. Remember, static is a character that doesn't change from the beginning to the end of the story. They're just always the same. And a flat or dynamic character does change from beginning to end. So what do you think Luella Bates Washington Jones is? Is she static or dynamic?
Static. Static.
Antique.
She's static. She is who she is throughout the whole thing.
Whoa, I got too much dip on this shit.
So I'll let you guys fill in the why. So then is she round or flat? Round being she has a lot of characteristics, she's very complex. Flat, she has a few main characteristics and that's it.
Round.
Brian says round, right? Why do you say round, Brian?
Because in the beginning she was acting like a tough lady, like these muscles.
Brian, she was acting.
Dude, whatever, man.
She was being tough. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then she like gradually started like showing caring, emotions for him.
Empathy, good word. And then she also mentioned that like in her past, she didn't always make the right choice, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think those are pretty good arguments, Ryan. So let's put round. Okay, what do you guys think about Roger? Is he static or dynamic?
He's static.
He's the same the whole story?
No, maybe dynamic a little bit.
He's both.
It can't be both.
Because static he kind of is, and dynamic he really is.
Okay, well,
Static means like he didn't change at all. Then, like, if he was dynamic, that means he changed. So, like,
Yeah, he was dynamic.
If it's both, that means he. If he's both, that means he changed.
how did he change?
Because in the beginning, it didn't look like he really cared. He just wanted the cash. And at the end, he was respectful to the woman and
He went from a gold digger to a respectful gentleman.
Okay.
yeah, something like that.
Dynamic. Okay, and do you think Roger is flat or round?
What does those two stand for again?
Round means he's got a lot of depth of character, a lot of like Katniss is a round character, whereas like Gale is a flat character. There's not a lot of personality traits.
He's flat.
Yeah, I agree with Michelle.
Okay, so let's quickly look at motivation. So if you look back up here, it says motivation is what drives a character to act. It's the fears, conflicts, and needs that drive a character. So vengeance, fear, greed, love, boredom, family, I don't know. So I'm not going to type anything here. We're just going to talk about it and you guys can fill this in, just a couple of sentences for each one. What was Mrs. Jones's motivation, do you think?
To show Roger that like stealing isn't the best way to get what you want.
That's a good way to put that. I like that a lot.
What up, Tazi? What up, son?
Bodhi, baby's sleeping.
Bite him, doggy. Bite him.
Bodhi, shh.
Bite his neck off. Bite his neck.
Oh, yeah, lay down.
Bite his neck off. Eat his face.
Do not tell my dog to eat my baby's face, you psycho.
Who was doing that, Marshawn?
Reverse that and let the dog
No,
eat him.
Brian.
Okay, so then what might Roger's motivation be?
To do what he wants. He want to
To
steal.
get those shiny blue shoes.
To be
Yeah.
like a gold.
I think one of them was to get the shoes for sure.
Yeah.
So I think that he might have another one.
Get food.
Maybe.
Get somebody at his house. You don't live on the street. Wait, what? Nothing, Emma.
Okay, and then I think you can make a prediction. Okay, that is the end of that one. That's due Friday.
Ew, why's this chip green?
So I added another assignment.
I'm gonna eat it.
But
Wait,
this,
we have to do for the last one. We just have to make a prediction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
this next one we're gonna work on together.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna look at the indirect characterization aspects of the different characters we met in Act 1. So well, okay. Are you guys ready to move on?
What? Yeah.
Okay, so you can all be in this document editing it. So if you can all open this up.
Okay. You took my heart and made it bleed. Hey, come here, bro. Go to the store for me. Go give me a Fago.
Bro, stay home. What you mean?
Wear a mask when you go to the store and
Right.
gloves.
Did you hear me say I was going to the store?
Wear
How
a mask
old
and
is whoever
gloves.
you're sending?
Wear a mask and gloves.
He like that's close information. You only like 8.
Okay. Who do you guys want to start with?
Me.
Okay, well, Marshawn, you are not on here as one of the characters in this famous
You
play.
didn't pass my name.
Huh?
You passed my name.
Theseus.
No.
Okay, I heard Hermia and I heard these.
Should we just go down the line?
My name is Demetrius.
Arrow, we can do whatever we want. Should we just start with Theseus?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. What is a character trait to describe Theseus? Do you want to go back and read some of his?
Quick question: who's Theseus?
Yes.
He's the Duke that's getting married.
Ah, that dude.
To who?
Hippolyta.
I thought the only Duke was. This is. I'm gonna have to read the whole thing again because I'm confused.
Okay, let's come back to my screen that I'm sharing with you. Let's read it. We're gonna read the modern text version.
Go give me a Fago. Okay, I'll pay you back. Damn.
And then if we see something, if we see like a trait and a text example, we'll just fill it in, okay? Does that sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Guys on my
Yeah.
screen. How do you want to do this? Does anybody want to be one of the characters?
Nah.
I think Brian do.
Anybody?
Michelle, since you make me volunteer,
I
how
can
about you
read it.
read?
What?
I
Ariel?
don't read.
I'll read it.
You'll read it?
Theseus, right?
You want to be Theseus or Hippolyta or Helen? Like, who do you want to be?
It doesn't matter.
Anybody else?
Fine, I'll do Theseus.
Okay, he's got a lot. Are you going to start there, Brian?
Yes. Okay, here we go. Theseus. Our wedding day is almost here. My beautiful Hippolyta will be getting married in 4 days, on the day of the new moon. But it seems to me that the days are passing too slowly. The old moon is taking too long to fade away. That old slow moon is keeping me from getting what I want. Just like an old widow makes her stepson wait to get in his inheritance. What else?
Do you know what a widow is?
Nah.
It's a
Isn't it
woman
Black
whose
Widow?
husband died.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, do we get any character traits about Theseus just from that speech?
Not really. But
He
yeah.
thinks his daughter is beautiful. Wait, is that his
Daughter?
daughter?
What you
Not
talking about,
really.
man? That's
We
gonna be
got
his
we
wife.
got
Oh,
one, but
his
not many.
fiance? No, wait. Is that the right word?
Yeah, fiance.
Yeah.
But that's not a character trait. Okay, we'll move on. Maybe something will come. Hippolyta. Ariel, are you going to be Hippolyta?
Sure. No, you'll see, 4 days will quickly turn into 4 nights, and since we dream at night, time passes quickly then. Finally, the new moon, curved like a silver boat in the sky, will look down on our wedding celebration.
Anything about Hippolyta?
She's excited.
Yeah, she's excited. But that's not a character trait. I would say she's like realistic. She's not all wishy-washy. Right?
Mm-hmm.
She's very just like, don't worry about it. The moon will come and go, and night is part of it. It'll go so fast. So what if we add that to Hippolyta? We say
That she's what?
realistic.
Okay. Blood.
And then we can use the text example of this is such big font, you guys. She tells Theseus not to worry, the time will pass quickly. Okay, so that's the motivation, or that's the text example I'm using. But what is like,
I can definitely.
do you think that?
Yeah.
Marshall, you're not even a good dancer. What are you talking about, bro?
Guys, what is the indirect characterization? Like, what action or speech does she use to tell us that she's realistic?
She's right about how the night goes by really fast. Just saying.
Okay. And what's her motivation?
Does she really have one?
Yeah, I think Ariel said it. She's excited to get married.
Whee! Yeah.
Okay, so that first one's done. Okay, Theseus.
Brian.
Hi, here I am. Okay, go whoever that is.
Illustrate.
Illustrate. Go illustrate. Get the young people of Athens ready to celebrate and have a good time. Sadness is only appropriate for funeral. We don't want it at our
Festivities.
festivities.
Okay, then Philostrate exits and Theseus continues. Theseus, you continue.
Okay. Hippolyta, I would.
Wooed. Wooed.
What?
He like dated her.
Okay. I would you with. You know what?
Diamond.
Can somebody else take this? I'm quitting.
You were doing such a good job. Hippolyta, I wooed you with violence using my sword and got you to fall in love with me by injuring you. But I'll marry you under different circumstances, with extravagant festivals, public festivities, and celebration. Anything about Theseus yet, guys?
He's an okay guy.
Okay, does he want like a simple, basic wedding, like go to the courthouse?
Nah,
No,
gotta
he
be
wants festivals and
extravaganda.
stuff.
Yeah, he wants like a big festival. So, how can we say that in a personality trait? We could use that as our description. He wants, that's not how you spell it.
Outgoing?
He wants it to be perfect.
Brian, what did you say?
Outgoing?
Sure. What's his motivation for this perfect wedding?
To express his love to Hippolyta?
Yeah.
Ew, that word.
And then can you give me a text example? If I go back here, is there anything that's like,
The wood thingamajiggy with my violin and stuff?
yeah, but we're talking about him being outgoing and like extravagant. We could say extravagant. Extravagant means like going way over the top. Well, look.
Just extra.
Yeah. So what if we said this? Festivals, public festivities, and celebration.
It's for
Yeah,
a
that'll work.
Yeah. No, wait. A marriage does not have to be that extra.
Uh, okay, cool. All right, on to Aegeus. Anyone want to read Aegeus? Or am I just going to change voices and read this by myself?
Marshawn, how about you read Aegeus?
No, I'm good.
G, you be talking the most.
Hey, bro, I
can read
can
it.
read it.
Ariel, you'll read it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Long live Theseus, our famous and respected Duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's new with you?
Oh gosh. I'm here. Oh no. Marshawn, you wanna read this?
No, I'm good. You offered it.
Okay. I'm here, full of anger, to complain about my daughter Hermia. Step forward, Demetrius. My lord, this man, Demetrius, has my permission to marry him. Step forward, Lysander. But this other man, Lysander, has cast a magical spell over my child's heart. You, Lysander, you've given her poems and exchanged tokens of my love with my daughter. You pretended to be in love with her, singing fake love songs softly at her window by moonlight, and you've captured her imagination by giving her locks of her hair, rings, toys, trinkets, knickknacks, little presents, flowers, and candy, things that can really influence an impressionable young person. You connived,
You connived.
you connived to steal my daughter's heart, making her stubborn and harsh instead of obedient, like she should be. And my gracious Duke, if she won't agree to marry Demetrius right now, I ask you to leave me exercise the right that all you oh wait that all fathers have in
Athens.
Athens. Since she belongs to me, I can do what I want with her, as the law says. I can either make her marry Demetrius or have her killed.
Okay, so what personality trait do we get about Aegeus?
Demanding.
That is a good one. And what action or speech helps us understand that he's demanding?
He said that if
She has to.
she doesn't marry Demetrius, she'll
She
be
has to
killed.
be killed. But shut up.
Okay, and what's his motivation?
Did he have one?
To get Hermia to marry the other guy that he.
To get Hermia to marry Demetrius.
Yeah, but I think
Yeah.
part of his motivation is not just that he likes Demetrius, but I think
He hates Lysander.
it's right here, making her stubborn and harsh instead of obedient. So part of his issue is that he wants his daughter to do what he says.
Yeah, he wants to be God.
Yeah.
Which he's not, because I'm already young.
Okay, and so a text example would be
Right there.
this last line.
I can either make her marry Demetrius or have her killed.
Yep. Ooh, that's fun. Okay. All right, we're moving on.
Hermione.
Theseus, what do you say for yourself, Hermia? Think carefully, pretty girl. You should think of your father as God, since he's the one who gave you your beauty. To him,
Hey.
you're like a figure that he sculpted out of wax, and he has the power to keep that figure intact or to disfigure it. Demetrius is an admirable man. Hermia. Anyone want
Am
to
I
be
still
Hermia?
Hermia? Still or no?
Do you want to be?
You
You were Hippolyta before.
Oh, never mind. I got the okay. Someone else can read it.
Anybody
Come on,
want
Marshawn. You can do
Hermia?
this. Marshawn, come on, just try it.
Sure, why not? No, never mind.
Okay, now you're stuck to it.
Nope,
Okay.
never mind. I lied.
Okay, so is Lysander. You're right. Lysander is admirable too. But since your father doesn't want him to marry you, you have to consider Demetrius to be the better man. I wish my father could see them with my eyes. No, you must see them as your father sees them. So Theseus is not playing around here either. He's totally on Aegeus's side. Your Grace, please forgive me. I don't know what makes me think I can say this, and I don't know if speaking my mind to such a powerful and noble person as yourself will damage my reputation for modesty, but please tell me the worst thing that could happen to me if I refuse to marry Demetrius. You'll either be executed or you'll never see another man again. So think carefully about what you want, beautiful Hermia. Consider how young you are and question your feelings. Then decide whether you could stand to be a nun, wearing a priestess's habit and caged up in a cloister forever, living your entire life without a husband or children, weekly chanting hymns to the cold and virginal goddess of the moon. People who can restrain their passions and stay virgins forever are holy. But although a virgin priestess might be rewarded in heaven, a married woman is happier on earth. A married woman is like a rose who is picked and made beautiful perfume, while a priestess just withers away on the stem. He's not a fan of nuns. I'd rather wither away than give up my virginity to someone I don't love.
Period.
Anyway, take some time to think about this. By the time of the next new moon, the day when Hippolyta and I will be married, be ready to either be executed for disobeying your father, to marry Demetrius as your father wishes, or to take a vow and spend the rest of your life as a virgin priestess of the moon goddess. Okay, so there's that. So what do we know about Hermia?
She doesn't care. She wants to marry Lysander.
She don't listen to nobody.
So could we say she's
She gets
stubborn?
what she wants. Whoa.
Could we say she's stubborn?
Yeah.
Okay, and we are citing the fact that she wants to marry Lysander.
Because Demetrius is ugly.
Not. He doesn't even really love her. He's just like, oh well.
He don't love nobody.
What is her motivation to be stubborn?
Lysander.
What?
What about is it
Marry him.
Lysander or is it her love for him?
Her love.
Her love for him.
Lysander.
Ew, that word.
And my text example.
Shut up.
Right
Oh.
here.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait, guys, quick second. What did we say about Roger? Was he round or flat?
He was flat. He was flatter than a pancake.
What in the heck?
Oh! Oh, snap almost fell.
Okay. So I'd rather wither away than give up than be with someone I don't love. I changed the wording a little bit. Okay, so then Demetrius says, please give in, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, stop acting like she's yours. I've got more of a right to her than you do.
Period.
Her father loves you, Demetrius, so why don't you marry him and let me have Hermia?
Period.
Ariel, are you Aegeus?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's true, rude Lysander. I do love him. That's why I'm giving him my daughter. She's mine, and I'm giving her to Demetrius.
Period.
My lord, just as noble and rich as I'm just as noble and rich as he is. I love Hermia more than he does. My prospects are as good as his, if not better. And beautiful Hermia loves me, which is more important than all those other things I'm bragging about. Why
Period.
shouldn't I be able to marry her? Demetrius, I'll say this to his face, courted Nida's daughter Helena and made her fall in love with him. That sweet lady Helena loves devoutly. She adores this horrible and unfaithful man.
Period.
Okay. Anything we want to say about Lysander?
Do not give a crap.
Yeah, he don't care.
Could we say he's honest?
Maybe too honest sometimes.
And what did he do that makes him appear honest?
He's speaking facts, so he tells the truth. Basically.
What did he tell the truth about?
I don't know.
We're talking about Lysander, right?
Yeah.
Put your right leg up.
What did he
Maybe
tell
that
the truth about?
Demetrius doesn't love her as much as he do.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe about him, Demetrius.
Demetrius does love her, cause she a
Demetrius pretended to love Helena.
And they end up leaving her later.
Yeah. I would also say that he is just as good as Demetrius. I keep spelling Demetrius's name wrong.
that sounds familiar.
Okay, what's his motivation?
To marry,
To marry Hermia.
yeah, to marry Hermia.
And then the quote we're going to use is probably this one about Helena.
I can definitely like that. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That Demetrius.
Okay, Theseus. I'll have to admit I've heard something about that, and I meant to ask Demetrius about it, but I was too busy with personal matters and it slipped my mind. Anyway, Demetrius, Aegeus, if you both of you come with me, I want to say a few things to you in private. As for you, beautiful Hermia, get ready to do what your father wants, because otherwise the law says that you must die or become a nun, and there's nothing I can do about that. Come with me, Hippolyta. How are you, my love? Demetrius and Aegeus, come with us. I want you to do some things for our wedding, and I also want to discuss something that concerns you both. Ariel.
We're following you not only because it is our duty, but also because we want to.
Period.
What's going on, my love? Why are you so pale? Why have your rosy cheeks faded so quickly? Probably because my cheeks' roses needed rain, which I could easily give them with all the tears in my eyes. Oh, honey, listen. In books, they say that true love always faces obstacles. Either the lovers have different social standings. Oh, what an obstacle that would be. Imagine being too high on the social ladder and falling in love with someone beneath you. Or else they were very different ages. How awful being too old to marry someone young. Or else seeing their guardians and advisors said no. Well, hell, to have your love life determined by someone else. She is not real quick, is she? Isn't
I
this
got an idea.
literally what's happening to them?
What if she just kills her father and just like say it was an accident? See? Then she can marry Lysander freely.
No, because everybody will be after
Doesn't
her.
murder her dad.
No, just make it look like an accident. It's like,
Wow,
he
what?
just
How
stabbed
are you gonna
himself.
How?
Okay. Or even if the lovers are a good match, their love might be ruined by war, death, or sickness, so that the affair lasts only an instant. Their time together might be as fleeting as a shadow or as short as a dream, lasting only as long as it takes lightning bolt to flash across the sky. Before you can say, look, it's gone. That's how intense things like love are quickly destroyed. If true lovers are always thwarted, then it must be a rule of fate. So let's try to be patient and deal with our problem. It's as normal a part of love as dreams, sighs, wishes, and tears. That's the right attitude. So listen, Hermia, I have an aunt who is a widow who's very rich and doesn't have any children. She lives about 20 miles from Athens, and she thinks of me as a son. I could marry you there, gentle Hermia, where the strict laws of Athens can't touch us. So here's the plan. If you love me, sneak out of your father's house tomorrow night and meet me in the forest a few miles outside of town. You remember the place? I met you there once with Helena to celebrate May Day. I'll meet you there. Oh, Lysander, I swear I'll be there tomorrow. I swear by Cupid's strongest bow and his best gold-tipped arrow, by the goddess of love's innocent doves, and by everything that ties lovers together. By the bonfire where the Queen Dido burned herself to death when her lover Aeneas jilted her, by all the promises that men have broken, and men have broken more promises than women have ever made. I give you my word. I will meet you at that spot tomorrow.
Too thirsty.
That is
Yes.
that is
Couldn't be more
accurate, Marshall.
Nobody had life.
That is a really good summary of that little speech. Keep your promise, my love. Look here, comes Helena. Oh, beautiful Helena, where are you going? Did you just call me beautiful? Take it back. You're the beautiful one as far as Demetrius is concerned. Oh, you're so lucky. Your eyes are like stars, and your voice is more musical than a lark's song is to a shepherd in the springtime. Sickness is contagious. I wish beauty were contagious too. I would catch your good looks before I left. My ear would be infected by your voice, my eye by your eye, and my tongue would come down with the bad case of your melodious speech. If the world were mine, I'd give it all up, everything except Demetrius, to be you.
Jealousy is a word.
Oh, teach me how you look the way you do, and what tricks you use to make Demetrius fall in love with you. I frown at him, but he still loves me. Oh, if my smiles could inspire love as effectively as your frowns. I curse him, but he loves me. Only if my prayers could inspire that kind of affection.
My
The more
lord.
I hate him, the more he follows me around.
Sounds like Hannah's and Peter.
The more he hates me. It's not my fault he acts like that, Helena. That is true. It's your beauty's fault. I wish I had a fault like that. Okay, so can we write about Helena? What character trait does Helena have?
Oof, a lot.
A jealousy, a lot of things.
Could we say like desperation?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And what does she do that seems desperate?
She just wanna go all up on Demetrius, man.
Right, but like, okay, let's look at this. My smiles, prayers, the more I love him. Can't I be as beautiful as you? So everything she does to try and get Demetrius to love her.
She said I can catch your
And what is her motivation?
Demetrius.
To get Demetrius delivered finally, which is not gonna happen.
Exactly.
And then the text example.
Everything. Just when you see her name, just type copy everything.
How about this one? It's your beauty's fault.
Yeah, that one would. Yeah,
Oh,
really.
Helena.
I wish I had a fault like that.
Poor Helena. She is on the struggle bus. Okay. Don't worry, he won't see my face ever again. Lysander and I are running away from here. Before I saw Lysander, Athens seemed like a paradise to me. But Lysander's so attractive that he's turned heaven into hell. I love it. Helena will tell you about our secret plan. Tomorrow night, when the moon shines on the water and decorates the grass with tiny beads of pearly light, the time of night that always hides runaway lovers, we plan to sneak out of Athens.
I mean, are you crazy to tell the girl that's in love with the dude that's in love with you? Are you crazy?
They might just be. In the woods where you and I used to lounge around on the pale primroses telling each other sweet secrets,
Whoa.
that's where Lysander and I will meet.
Whoa.
From then on, we'll turn our backs on Athens, we'll look for new friends and keep the company of strangers. Goodbye, old friend, pray for us, and I hope you win over your Demetrius. Keep your promise, Lysander. We need to stay away from each other until midnight tomorrow. I will, my Hermia. Goodbye, Helena. I hope Demetrius comes to love you as much as you love him.
No.
It's amazing how much happier some people are than others. People throughout Athens think I'm as beautiful as Hermia, but so what? Demetrius doesn't think so, and that's all that matters. He refuses to admit what everyone else knows, but even though he's making a mistake by obsessing over Hermia so much, I'm also making a mistake since I obsess over him. Love can make worthless things beautiful. When we're in love, we don't see with our eyes, but with our minds. That's why paintings of Cupid and the god of love always show him as blind. And love doesn't have good judgment either. Cupid has wings and no eyes, so he's bound to be reckless and hasty. That's why they say love is a child, because it makes such bad choices. Just as boys like to play games. By telling lies, Cupid breaks his promises all the time. Before Demetrius ever saw Hermia, he showered me with promises and swore he'd be mine forever.
That sounds familiar.
But when he got all hot and bothered over Hermia, his promises melted away. I'll go tell Demetrius that Hermia is running away tomorrow night. He'll run after her. He's grateful to me for this information. It'll be worth my plan in helping him pursue my rival Hermia. At least I'll get to see him when he goes, and then again when he comes back.
I cannot read this no more.
Poor lovesick Helena. Okay, I think that's enough for today because it's 3:02.
Yes, yes, yes.
Is it helpful reading it out after you've seen the clip?
No.
I think it's a little helpful. All right, guys. Well, work on your thank you, ma'am thing, and we will continue with the other characterization on Monday.
Please, no, please.
Well, Helen is not in Act 1, Scene 2, so.
Thank you, Lord Jesus.
Okay. Have a good weekend.